Man, the Cowboys just got slapped with some news yesterday that honestly, I'm still trying to process. Like, where do we even go from here? I've been sitting here trying to wrap my head around it, and I'll be real with you. This might be the gut punch we needed, but also the one nobody wanted to see coming. What's up, Cowboys? Welcome to the NFL Playbook Cowboys. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about breaking down everything you need to know about the America's team. Alright, so let's dive into what's been going down in Cowboys Nation lately. As usual, there's never a dull moment with this team, right? First off, we got some injury updates that actually might be decent news for once. Quinnon Williams and Hunter Lipky both ended up with concussions after that Vikings game. Now look, I know the season's basically cooked at this point. We're sitting at maybe a 1% chance of making anything happen playoff-wise. I'm not going to stand here and feed you some fantasy about how if everything breaks perfectly, we could still sneak in. I'm done with that narrative. Even the only possible scenario is if the Eagles lose all their remaining 3 matches and the Cowboys win. In fact, the Eagles will play their game around 20 hours before the Cowboys game. So when the Cowboys enter the ground, they will know whether they are going to fight for the playoffs or this is just a reminder game of the season. But here's the thing, both of these guys are trending toward playing this week. They've had full practice and everything looks solid. And you know what? Even though we're essentially playing out the string here, I still want to see these dudes put good tape out there. We need some positive momentum heading into the offseason, do you feel me? I know some people are screaming about tanking, and maybe we save that for the final game if things really go sideways, but right now, these guys aren't tanking. Dak Prescott came out and straight up said he wants to play, that he's a professional. Jerry Jones wants him playing. Stephen Jones is on board. Brian Shottenheimer too. Everybody's pushing this "we're trying to win" mentality. So even if you're sitting at home thinking, why are we even trying? Just let it go. Understand that these guys are going to go out there and give their effort. And honestly, I'm not tripping about it. Something else I've been meaning to touch on. George Pickkins. Man, I'm actually excited to see him play this week, even with all the negativity swirling around. He came out and said he's tired of all the noise, that it's getting old hearing people talk about how he's been playing. Yeah, I think George Pickkins is ready to go off. Dude's about to get busy out there. The last 2 weeks haven't been up to his standard, I'll give you that, but I'm looking forward to seeing him bounce back. I haven't stopped believing in George Pickkins like some of these fickle fans have. I'm still on board. Now let's talk about Trayvon Diggs. Oh man, this story just will not die. It's like a zombie that keeps coming back no matter how many times you try to put it down. Jane Slater came out talking about what's happening with Diggs and all these missed stories surrounding him. I'm exhausted, y'all. Stephen Jones talked about it today, and that's what really pisses me off. For the last 2 or 3 weeks, every single week has been Trayvon Diggs watch. And here's the kicker. If they don't activate him by tomorrow, he can't get activated. We all know they're not going to activate him. So why are you dragging this out? Why are you dangling this in front of the fan base? Stop showing us pictures of him at practice. Just stop. Stephen Jones was asked if Diggs has done everything needed to meet the standard for playing Sunday, and he said Diggs is trending in the right direction, that it could very well be the case, that he knows Diggs wants to compete because he's a competitor. Then he says they'll play it up till game time and see where they go. Bro, you're gaslighting us right now. Stop it. Stop patronizing the fans. He's not going to play. We've made peace with it. It's okay. Just like we made peace with not going to the playoffs this year. We've accepted reality.
Stop messing with us and playing in our faces. He's not looking good enough to play. And even if he's looking decent, you're not going to activate him. You're going to look to cut him or trade him. It is what it is, and we just got to come to terms with it. I'm tired of the Trayvon Diggs saga. I wish him nothing but the best when he leaves Dallas. I'm not here to hate on the man. I'm just exhausted by this whole situation. And honestly, this doesn't help the team at all. Not one bit. But now, let's get to the main story that dropped yesterday evening, the one that really got me twisted. DonBland has a foot injury, a major foot injury. And here's where it gets wild. He didn't get it during the Vikings game. Apparently, he's been dealing with this for weeks, maybe even the entire season. I remember hearing about foot injuries around camp and whatnot, but you figure it's something minor, right? Something manageable? Nah. This is apparently why he hasn't been himself all year. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that if Bland was healthy, he'd be Deion Sanders or Darrelle Revis, but I am saying he's looked unusually bad. Like, just not up to par at all. If you've been playing through this injury all year, I appreciate the heart and the attempt to defend the Cowboys, but real talk, you've been hurting the team. There's playing through injury, and then there's actively hurting the team because you're not up to standard. That's what's been happening. Brian Shottenheimer talked about it, and when asked if it was an injury that happened recently, he said no, it wasn't a specific injury. He talked about how Bland is such a great player, but these things happen sometimes when you get your foot fixed. It wore down over time, and it's unfortunate, but Bland's a great competitor. They've had multiple conversations since finding out, and he understands the journey ahead. When asked how long it lingered this year, since it seemed like a season not up to his standard, Schottenheimer said nobody's having a season up to their standard right now with 3 games to go. He mentioned it comes and goes, but when they looked at it, they saw they needed to fix it surgically. Now there's going to be a long rehab process. It's just frustrating, man. They've known about this. He hasn't really been on injury reports consistently, but he's been hurt all year. He's been playing injured and getting embarrassed out there. I'm almost happy they're shutting him down now. Get healthy. Do your rehab, get back to full strength, and see if you can reclaim your greatness. I'm not going to bury the guy or hate on him. Nobody plans on getting injured. We'll give him a chance to get himself back, right? I was out there saying we paid him early, maybe too early. That might have been harsh. Right now, as a fan, you got that buyer's remorse feeling, and it hurts. But I'm going to apologize for going too hard saying we paid him too early and attacking his financial situation. I'm giving him a chance to get right this offseason. I'm glad they shut him down so we can see what some of these other corners look like and figure out who needs to be on this team next year. That's where we're at now, evaluation season. There ain't going to be no postseason, so it's all about evaluating. Mock draft season is coming up soon, though. I'm not quite ready to break out the trusty PFF simulator just yet. So what now? Where do we go from here? We go out there and battle. It's gut check time. It's about pride. What are you focused on? Let's see if this team has any guts, any pride left. That's where we're at. Some might say it's foolish to go out there trying to win when it doesn't mean anything, but I don't like this new culture where if things don't go perfect, you just shut it down. You're playing for that shield on your helmet. You're playing for the Cowboys. Take some pride in it. The next 3 weeks will show us who really takes pride in being a Cowboy, and those are the guys we need on this team going forward. The ones who don't look like they care, get them off my team. Listen, I know it's been the wildest emotional roller coaster all year for us Dallas Cowboys fans. I wish I could promise you it's definitely going to get better, but honestly, I'm pretty confident it can't get any worse than this.